Tune in and watch Lori and Amelia as they talk health and wellness, keep you in the know, highlight do-gooders in promo, and spill the tea in Never Have I Ever. And now it's time for the rundown.
Boom! Hi!
Hi! Happy Friday!
Happy Friday! I love that we're recording on a Friday, and lots and lots to start. So let's just hop into it. Welcome to episode 110 of the Rundown. I'm Amelia Model with Promo Corner, and my twinning glass girl is Miss Lori Bolton of the Magnet Group.
Hey girl, so much going on.
So much going on. We're going to get into that. I want to get through our sponsor because I have a feeling there's a lot going on and I'm trying to keep my brain focused and it's very difficult lately. So our sponsor this week is the good folks over at Towel Specialties. I'm going to rename their company. Are the fine folks over at Towel Specialties, Mr. Sean Knack. So they started in 1985. So this year is their 40th anniversary. Towel Specialties has won the ASI Counselor Magazine Supplier of the Year Award in 2018. Additionally, they won the ASI Distributor Choice Award for Best Towel and Robe Supplier for 17 consecutive years.
Wow, that's impressive.
And I have several of their robes. I've got samples, so I keep them like in my guest bathroom or outside when people come in from the hot tub so people can use them. They're really nice. And they know towels and they know blankets. Yes, they do. In a customer satisfactory survey, 100% of their customers have said they would place another order with them. And that was out of 200 responses. And they are long known for innovation. Towel Specialties was the first company to imprint tone-on-tone decorating and sublimation on beach towels. I did not know that. Did you know that?
No.
It's pretty cool. To be the first of anything is pretty cool, but
right?
Way to go, kids. Additionally, several of their products have won Product of the Year awards from PPAI and other organizations. Their production times are amongst the fastest in the industry. For their category, with give back programs, they donate a portion of every sale to a suitable organization or charity in need. And I do know I got a sample recently. It was it's called the Coral Reef Towel, I believe. It's like those really thin ones, and a portion of those sales go to coral reefs.
Oh, I love that!
Yay! Go check out Towel Specialties right now. Start ordering blankets now. My whole house is all Towel Specialties blankets. I've been to Mr. Knack and Miss Tiffany Knack's house before, and I walked through and I was like, I have more of your products in my house than you have.
That's a good sign, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if that's good or bad, but if there was a competition, I'm winning.
I win.
So, Lori, what's new with you? We'll get to you first.
Oh my gosh, girl. I've got like a week left of work, and then we are off to Europe for 18 days.
Oh, how divine.
No, we're so excited. Mark's in the other room right now on the treadmill, and I think I told you we got a Peloton treadmill, and I'm going to get into that in just a second because the whole front room is our gym. But he's watching a YouTube video about our ship that we're on for this cruise, so he knows like all the ins and outs. That's Mark, right? But
yes, he's a researcher.
He's dialed in. We're so excited, and I think I've mentioned this on one of our podcasts, but Mark loves to match me when it comes to outfits. So he has one of the bedrooms set up where he goes, just put what you're planning on wearing, and then I'll fill in. Like I'll match whatever you have on, whatever you're taking. So I'll for sure have a nice little collage, maybe even a video of our trip. But we're busy. We're busy just getting everything ready. And Taylor, one of the twins, is coming in with her boyfriend tonight to surprise Mark for his birthday next week. I know. So it's busy, needless to say. Like, it's super busy. And you're going to love this, Amelia, because we've got the Echelon together. You've got the Pilates Reformer. So the new piece of equipment that I've been using is called Tonal. A lot of people have heard of the Mirror, which is a Lululemon product. So tonal is its own thing, but that's what I've been using. So it's on the wall in the front room where our gym's at. And I've been using tonal. So there's an instructor that comes up. It's all weighted. Like you push a handle and it weights it down. Phenomenal. So I'm doing the tonal in addition to everything else I'm doing. I thought I needed a little bit more weight training in my weekly regime.
Yeah.
So that's what I've done. So I'm doing tonal and I love it, you guys. Absolutely love it.
That is amazing. And I was going to ask you, so when you go on your trip, how disconnected are you going to be? Are you like,
very,
I'm out of the office work people, like I'm not answering emails? Or?
Yeah. So I'll have my out of office on, and then Stacey Bailey, who is my right hand partner, like amazing. She will hold down the fort for me. The only piece of equipment I'm taking, I shouldn't say only, I'm taking my iPad, my phone, and my watch. That's it.
Yeah.
Not taking a laptop. Laptops are staying behind.
You need a phone when you're in Europe because if you walk a lot, which I did when we were there, I kind of got a little confused on the streets and where I was. So I would be like directions and I'd be like, I'm walking, follow the beeps. Just, okay, I'm headed the right way. So you need a phone.
Thank goodness for Mark. If I was by myself, I would probably end up in another country. So I have no idea. I'm much better. I feel like I'm getting better as I get older, and I'm pretty familiar with London, like at least to get around the square, if you will. But yeah, so he's going to take care of all that. He's going to make sure that Miss Lori doesn't get lost.
Oh, well, that's exciting. I'm super jealous. I'm ready for a trip, which I will be having soon.
I know. When do you leave? When do you guys leave?
We leave in 4 weeks. We leave in June, the middle of June.
It's going to go so fast. I mean, look at how Addie's graduation, like everything's going so fast. We're in June, for goodness sakes.
I know. So that's why I'm a little like spastic right now. My hair was all windblown. My eyes were watering earlier. I wasn't crying. I literally just walked in the door. So we're recording this a week before it drops. We had a scholarship awards banquet where all the seniors come and any scholarships they applied for, if they won, they got to go up on stage or whatever. So Adeline ended up winning like 4 or 5. I only knew about 2. So it was a shock and she was super surprised. And then she handed me all of her stuff so that they had to go practice walking for graduation. So I brought it home. And tomorrow morning is our graduation.
Amelia,
this is so much to do. And my mind is just like,
I've known you, I don't even know how many years now, but Addie was little. She was little.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I have so much to do tonight, prepping, getting everything set up and all the food set up right before the party starts tomorrow. And then I've been running around even crazier because Maddox is in golf and he's had 2 golf matches this week and then he's in regionals. So I have Sunday to, quote, recover from her graduation, but then I have multiple other parties I have to go to. Yeah. And then Monday morning I have to get up at the crack of dawn and drive like 2 hours to his regional golf match. So
holy cow, girl.
No rest for the wicked.
No, but I know it will be your friend this weekend, so just enjoy.
It's good. Yeah. And then Africa's coming up. So as soon as I get through grad, golf, then I have to start like figuring out like, do we have the right clothes? Do we have the right boots? Do we like have the right plugs? Which I've started to kind of look for all that stuff too, but it's busy.
It's so busy. I mean, it's busy. It's busy with shows too. I've got another show coming up, the Halo National Seals Meeting in La Quinta, California on Monday. So I've got that next week and then a couple days to regroup and get packed and get a dog sitter and all that good stuff. So
yeah, I know. Okay, well, what are we doing to stay healthy, Lori?
Yes.
You go, and then I have something to show you after you give me your stuff. I have something. It's a good thing I uploaded already because I would have already forgotten.
Okay, so this week's Living with Lori, boost your mood naturally. What to eat when you're feeling sad, right?
Where were you like 2 weeks ago while I've been struggling to not murder people while I'm like, all this stuff has to be done. Oh, God,
Or you can always call. Okay, so you've got herbal teas. It's calming. It's cozy. Dark chocolate increases serotonin in the brain. Berries packed with tons of antioxidants. I try to always have blueberries around. It's hard going between two houses because they end up going bad, but love the blueberries. Fatty fish, so like a salmon, it's great with for omega-3s and for brain health. I love that. Avocados, good fats equal good vibes. Love me some avocado, whether it's just sliced on some toast or on with some black beans. Even guacamole counts. And then nuts and seeds, so magnesium calms the nerves. All of these are so good. Yeah, I love it all. Was there another slide or just that one, Amelia?
That's the other one you sent me.
Yep. So on the nuts and seeds, so for I'm going to dive a little bit deeper on the nuts and seeds. So like pumpkin seeds is it's high in zinc and magnesium, and that's equals brain fuel. That's such good fuel for our brain. And then walnuts. Think about this for a second. It looks like a brain for a reason. I've always said walnuts are so good for brain health. Clears up some of that fogginess. And then we talked about also the oranges, vitamin C, it fights congenital decline. So all really good things. Those are great foods to boost your mood naturally.
Yeah, well, I don't eat several of those, which is maybe
I know
why
you don't.
I've been moody lately.
I know, but you'll eat your blueberries. I know you won't eat.
I did. Yeah, I bought some, and I literally the other day I just ate a handful, and then I put some in my Greek yogurt and some strawberries.
Good.
I eat almonds are the nuts that like when I just need something really quick, I'll go to the pantry and just get like a small handful of almonds and eat them real fast in between meetings because it's something I can just shove in my face without making a mess.
So let me ask you on your almonds, do you are they raw almonds?
Sometimes they're lightly salted. If I buy the raw ones, everyone in my house yells at me, so I try to buy lightly salted.
So I try to stay away from anything that's roasted. So whether it's sunflower seeds, almonds, like stay away from roasted nuts. It's just better to have, I know.
There's a joke somewhere, but we won't go there today.
It is PG-13. Yeah, have your children's ears closed. But it does take away some of the nutrients. So when you can, try to just have them raw in their true form would be my suggestion.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes.
I will get on that. So one of the things that you've always preached is like, get out, move from your desk, take a walk.
Yes.
Well, it's not a gajillion degrees here yet. So I've been trying mid-morning, like around 10:30 or 11. If I don't have any meetings, I have been going for a walk. And I don't like to walk. I don't like to walk down my road because it's super dusty and it's gravel and people drive way too fast. And then I'm just covered in dirt. So we have a cornfield next to my house and the corn's only like that tall. So it's perfect row. So I've just been walking. If I walk down the cornfield and back, it's about 1.5 miles out here from my house. And I bought this guy. I bought a weighted vest.
Look at you. That's badass if I've ever seen one.
I got a 12-pound weighted vest, and then I just put my headphones on. And I sing and walk and nobody can hear me. And the dogs go with me. So they're getting exercise too. By the time they get back, they're ready to pass out for a while. They just run around. And
you look so good, so strong. And more importantly, I'm super proud of you that you're moving your body.
Since we talked last time, I told you I've been trying to get my steps in. So
yes,
I don't always hit 10,000, but at least like 7,000 every day.
Which is better than what you were doing before, right? So it's an improvement.
Sometimes it was 700. It was like, I don't know.
Yeah. So proud of you. Great work. And yes, that's always been my message. Get up throughout the day, even if you have to set an alarm, and just move your body. Take 15 minutes and go around the block. I like that you've got a weighted vest and you're going through the field. Love.
Well, it's a little bit harder because I have to watch my step to not trip, and I'm stepping over stuff, and I'll like jump over the little corn plants. When it gets taller, I'll get lost. So I won't be able to do it. I'll have to find something new. I tried to go for a walk in the woods and I ended up with some ticks, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore for a while. Yeah. I'm living in the country.
What about snakes?
I don't know. I'm sure they're out there. I didn't see any. They don't bother me. I'm not scared.
You're not
I'm not scared. So I wanted to show you that. I thought you'd be super proud of me.
I'm so proud of you. You have no idea. Like you literally that picture, you look like a badass. Nobody's going to mess with you. Like I'm
not in my cornfield. I'll pick up a corn stalk and nunchuck you with it.
I love it. So good.
Oh, right, Lori. You said you know some stuff this week, so I'm gonna let you go first because
I have a few. So Paul Medina just took on. He's strategic advisor at Be More Merch. So Paul Medina, great work on that. Bossa Apparel, Michelle Chen, who we all know and love, just hired Evan McGuire. Sorry, I'm looking at my writing. Evan McGuire, multi-line rep, and he's repping Colorado, Arizona, and Utah for them. So great job on that. I love Evan. He's great. And then PPA Midwest is doing an event. It's called Pints and Promos, June 26th in KC and Missouri. Do you know about that?
I'm the president. I know that. I'm the current president of PPA Midwest.
Well, I'm sharing that I know what you're doing.
The bad thing is I don't know that I'm attending because it's literally like 24 hours after I get back from Africa. And I'm like,
so maybe not.
I probably won't be there between getting caught up at work and just suffering from jet lag. I probably won't feel like driving to Kansas City to do that.
Well, shout out to your social media group for the association.
They are doing great.
I saw it, and that's a big deal if I saw it. I'm not on social media, right? So I think I saw it on LinkedIn. So great job to your team.
Madison Warren, who's a local distributor here in Kansas City, and Jeremy Gonzalez, who's a multi-line rep. They are handling our graphics and posting. And Ty Yarsborough, he's helping too. So we're trying to put the message out there so people know. So if you in Arizona know about it, there's no reason folks in Kansas City shouldn't know about it.
Right? And then the next two are super fun. Not that the others haven't been fun, but Peerless Umbrella, Katie Kallick, National Account Manager for Peerless, was just named Advertising Specialty Institute's 2025 Supplier Salesperson of the Year. Huge congratulations to Katie. I see her on the circuit. We'll likely see her this next week in La Quinta, California at Halo. So big shout out. And then Amelia, our dear friend Lindsay Bonds, just got engaged in Italy.
I saw that, and I kept telling her she's been planning this trip for a while, and I was like, oh, you're going to get proposed to. She's like, no, that would be too obvious because we're blah, blah, blah. And she kept downplaying it, and then. And that
she's gorgeous. She's glowing, and
she looks amazing.
Her boyfriend, they've been together for like ever.
I feel like since high school or something.
I want to say high school too, but I could be wrong.
I mean, she's 12, so that wasn't that long ago.
Right. She's one of our younger whippersnappers.
She's young. She's like 25 or younger. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she might be younger than. Yeah, she's young.
Yeah.
She's young.
That's why I can't keep up with her. I'm always like, wait, what? I went to bed at 10 and you were out till 1 and you look like that and I look like this.
It's
because she's about half my age. That's why.
Right. I know I am old enough to be her mama, without a doubt. I think she's the same age as Lucas, actually.
Yeah.
But huge congratulations. Super excited to watch this journey. She's been doing some great international travel this year. I think she's got actually one more trip. I'm like, girl, do it now while you can. If you guys can get the time away from work and you can like go.
Explore, because if they decide to have children, they'll be on the lockdown for at least 16 years. Yeah. Do it now.
Do it now. That's all I got, girl. If you know, you know.
Okay. Well, here's Katie. I was like, I knew I had her somewhere and I couldn't find her on my list. I have a lot, so I might not get to all of them. So one, I just got a press release sent to me the other day. So Steve Schmidt, I don't know him personally. I don't know if you do. He was vice president of sales and marketing at St. Regis Group, or now known as SRG. He is retiring after 26 years in promo. So that's a long time.
That's a long time. I absolutely know.
That's longer than Lindsay Bond has been alive.
Right? Yeah, take that, Lindsay.
Yeah.
No, I've worked with Steve just through like he's been part of SAC and yeah, amazing. There's been a couple people now that are retiring.
I know. So I think it said 14 years at SRG, but 26 in promo.
Wow.
Another big thing that I saw come through, Lacey Horn. She lives down in Texas. I don't know if you know her. She's been with SNS forever. She just went to Ariel.
Oh my gosh. Interesting move.
Yes, I can't remember. She just got married recently, and if I said her maiden name, you would probably recognize it, and I'm drawing a blank right now. So but congrats to her.
Yes.
If you follow her on Facebook or Instagram or anything, she's the cutest little boy ever. So forget Lacey. Everybody just knows her by her cute little boy's post. Gill Studios, who Gill is in Kansas City, they named Jeff Firminger president and CEO recently. So that's a big deal. Diego Abril has taken over as the new CEO for Bell Promo. So big move. My buddy Pete Gleason is now vice president of sales over at Bag Makers, which is where he was before he went to Keystone, and so he's back home now. And the 2025 ASI People of the Year, I think you mentioned Katie from Peerless, Danny Zupan from Bamco, and Eric Weberg of Crystal D, Jackson Williams of American Solutions for Business, Jan Muth from You Name It Specialties. So lots of reasons to celebrate. And I saw that PPAI's Top 100 is coming soon. So everybody should pay attention because that will be dropping, I think, in the beginning of June, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I am very excited about, won't say much more than that, but.
Ooh, Lori, where's the tea spilling portion of this show? Maybe you gotta drop something?
I'm not going to drop anything yet. I'll let PPAI do their press release, and then I'll follow it up on the podcast. But very, very, very exciting stuff coming.
Oh, well, and while we're naming off, I'll save it for do-gooders.
Okay.
And now we're at do-gooders. So, Lori, do you have any do-gooders?
No, you saved one from last episode because I had Dana Geiger last time with Premier Group. So you were going to hold yours.
You know what's awesome? This is a good problem to have. There has been so much do-gooding. I literally have a running list, and I just try to get to people as often as I can. But every time I see something, and there's been a lot out there lately, I keep it on a spreadsheet so I can try to make sure I reference it. These do-gooders are more relative to Earth Day, which was last month in April. Yeah. And I don't know if you realize this or not, but 193 countries celebrate Earth Day.
I did not know that.
Pretty cool, right? I do some research for this. I don't just run into the door like all scattered and not know what I'm talking about.
You are always like dialed in. So 193 countries celebrate Earth Day. That's amazing.
Don't ask me how many countries there are in the world.
Don't ask me.
Okay, because I won't be able to tell you. Somebody much smarter than us chime in and tell us how many actual countries. So one of our do-gooders is Overture Promotions, and they have achieved its latest environmental milestone, having planted over 200,000 trees in partnership with Eco Logi, which hires and trains local workers to plant native tree species in regions affected by deforestation, which is pretty cool.
That's a lot of trees, Amelia.
200,000 is a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We have to plant a tree somewhere.
When we built our house, we were in the middle of a field, so there was like nothing here. There were woods that kind of lined the property, but we have planted, I'm going to say, well over 100 to 150 trees on our property in the past 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Now we've probably had to take some down. Most of the ones we take down are because they're dead and they've started falling. Like, you know, when people say, can you hear a tree fall in the forest? The answer is yes, because in my backyard, sometimes I can hear tree falls. If it's really windy, you're like, oh, and there's a tree down. Someone's going to have to go clear that out of the woods.
It's so funny.
So that was one do-gooder. Genumark is planting 5 trees for every customer invoice over $1,000 in the month of May. And Genumark expanded its offering by teaming up with Gymline and planting 20 trees for Gymline orders over $1,500.
Wow.
So I hope there's at the end of the month in May, I hope they put something out that say how many trees that actually equates to. That would be awesome.
They need to, because I'm curious, like what that looks like.
Mm-hmm. PCNA launched a new give back program in partnership with the Giving Groove and its brand partner, Clean Canteen, both spelled with a K, Klean. I don't know a lot about them, but hey, anytime you give back, clean environment, trees, we all need oxygen.
Yes.
When I'm about ready to explode, I just go outside, breathe in some fresh air.
Put on your 12-pound vest and go, girl, go.
That's right.
Wait,
it's sitting right here. I keep it in my office.
Go back to Clean Canteen for a second. Isn't that a drinkware brand?
It might be. Well, Canteen is a drinkware, but it's spelled with a K in here. So
I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are my do-gooders. So shout out to all of those fine folks at Overture and Genumark and Gymline and PCNA.
Amazing.
And anybody else. There's probably more, but those are just the ones I grabbed because the show can't last for 5 hours. Lori, you said you haven't watched anything.
No, I do not have time. I mean, when I say watch, I'm talking about at your level watching, right? Like you can watch a series and bust through 7 like episodes. We lie in bed at night and watch like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Do you know how I get through so many episodes?
How?
I have a TV in my office and it's always on. So when I watch it, I'm probably missing a lot of juicy pieces, but I have a TV that literally, if I look over my monitor, I can see it. So a lot of times there's shows on that I'm like hearing, I can kind of see it, but I don't have full attention. If it's really good, then I'm like, ooh, I'll come back to this at nighttime when I can pay attention.
Okay. So you've got the advantage there. The TV's not on in our home. It's just not until like nighttime. So, and then by then I'm tired. You know,
I'm in a room by myself all day. I have to have some background noise. So I don't care if it's 24-hour CBS News or I have a Google TV, so it's not hooked up to regular. So I just have like streaming or whatever channels you get from.
That's good. I like to have music flowing through the house. Love, actually.
Yeah. I can work with the TV going, but you know what I find? If I have my music going, I start singing the songs. And then if you're typing, sometimes what you type might be what you're saying or hearing.
It's so funny.
I can like tune out the TV, but when I'm doing music, I like jam. Okay, well, we're running long. So I would just say if the best soap opera going on right now is the tariff situation. So hey, just every day, just plug into a news outlet and see what's going on with tariffs. And that's way better than any soap opera because it changes about as much as
the world turns.
As the world turns and the plots and who's with who and whose dad is their uncle. And
so good. So good. Yeah. Or Days of Our Lives, right?
Back in the day.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, my grandparents always had that on. So anytime I'd go around, I can't do it anymore. I'm like, I can't.
No, I can't either. But the tariffs, it looks like, and I don't have the details of it, but it looks like USA and China did come to some sort of agreement. Again, I don't have the details of it, but it looks like.
Well, by the time this drops, it's probably going to change 5,000 more times. But on May 14th, the U.S. cut the tariff rate on imports from China from 145% to 30%.
That's significant.
And it looks like China will reduce the rate imports from the U.S. from 125% to 10%. But again, that was of May 14th. So who knows at that time?
Who knows? I can tell you, though, my investments reacted, which was great.
Money. I feel like there was something else I was going to tell you, but now I can't remember. So we'll move on. Lori, do you have...
Never have I ever. No, I had one for you last time.
Oh, is that how it works? I just make you do them all the time. I wrote one down. See, I was somewhat prepared. I just didn't have everything printed. I have to print it because otherwise I can't like see my screen. And
I write all my notes down.
Oh, I print it because it's just easier for me to read. So here's a good one for you, and one maybe you can check off your bucket list in Europe. I don't know.
Ooh.
Never have I ever been to a nude beach.
Never.
Maybe you should cross that bridge over in Europe.
Yeah, I'm not opposed, just to be clear. I'm not opposed at all. Like, totally fine with me. I think Mark would be fine with it too.
So the funny thing is I have, but it was by accident and I was a kid. I was on vacation with my mom and my aunt, and my sister and my cousin. We were down in Florida and we,
took a wrong turn.
Yeah, a bunch of kids with two women, never been there. They didn't know. We were just driving. They're like, beach, stop. We get down there and my mom and aunt are like, ooh, this is a nude beach. Should we get away? And I was probably like in 4th grade or something. Obviously it didn't scar me. I don't really remember it, but
yeah,
that is the nude beach experience I had.
There's gotta be a nude beach in Greece, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, topless is like a lot of Europe is topless. Yeah. That's how they are. So I'm sure you'll stumble. Have Mark research that. Put that on his agenda for tomorrow's Peloton trip. I
know we're getting matching bathing suits, but I think there's not much to the bathing suits because we are going to Europe. So I'll keep you posted on that too.
I better screen any pictures before you try to release those.
Oh my goodness, yes.
We'll have to start doing an after-hours show if we're getting those out.
Start a whole new episode, whole new podcast. After the rundown after hours.
I feel like there's a joke going back to those roasted nuts comment earlier. So use sunblock.
Use sunblock. Protect them. Protect those roasted nuts.
That's right. Protect all your bits. All your bits. Okay, well, that is going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Special shout out to Towel Specialties. Please go check them out. Share your do-gooders, please. And also, if there's something going on with movements, promotions, retirement, send me press releases like SRG did. Really appreciate that. And then tune in again because Lori and I are world travelers. We're so fancy. We are just doing some short special editions for the month of June. So we will have something special for you on June 13th. So tune in. And you'll get to see what we put together.
I love it. I love it.
All right. See you guys next time.
Bye. Bye.